Hi everyone, it's Carla from Casey Creates. I wanted to come back. I had done a haul video last weekend and I said I was going to come back and I might have several haul videos for you, and then I never came back to show you any more of my purchases, but I hope everyone's doing well. And my last haul video was about washi tape and how you could purchase the sheets of washi paper and create your own. But what I was explaining also is I was revamping and kind of getting fresh materials for paper journaling, because I really want to dive back into making paper journals. And so I was just picking things up here and there over the last month or so. And you know how that goes, it kind of gets away from you. And I just recently went through all my purchases and I, again, bought way too much, mostly because I discovered Temu and found so many good things on their website. But I thought I would show you some of the recent things I purchased and then finish decorating a journal cover with you. So if you want to visit with me for a little bit, I'll show you what I have. Everything I'm making in this video is kind of in the vintage shabby chic theme for journals, but I love vintage linens and doilies, and I also love the real delicate die cuts. I don't like making them though, and so I've been hunting for, let me see if I have something I can put this on. I've been hunting for pre-made die cuts, and Temu had beautiful ones. If you are really into the paper, just delicate paper things, these are on Temu for little of nothing, and they cut them out for you and then they just send them in a little package. This is the package, and I got it on Temu. And so they're often sold out of the, you know how you click which one you want, but I caught this one on a different shop, so I was able to snag it, but they wouldn't let me get more than one. But look at how delicate and pretty these are. They're like little doily frames. So I'm thinking about using one of those on my journal today, or journal cover that I'm going to decorate. So this will just be kind of a little bit of a haul, mostly because I want to sort through and see what I have that would look nice on my journal cover. But I do have other haul items that I'll come back and do a separate video for later. So that was these. I'll just slide those back in there later. I do have my cup of coffee in one of my handmade mugs, and whenever I show you that, that's cinnamon on top of my coffee. I always put cinnamon on top. They say it's good for you too. But then I got a stamp pad. Oh wait, I have one, maybe two more. Let's see. Oh, I have several more of those doily die cuts. I'm going to look at these. It's a holiday weekend for us. It's Memorial Day weekend, but it's supposed to be rainy all weekend, so it's kind of a washout for people that are hoping for outdoor activities. So I'm using it as an excuse to just do all of my crafting until somebody needs me. Look at how pretty these are. You see these? So I wish I would have remembered to write down how much they were, but I'm going to think they were about $2. They certainly weren't more than $2. I mean, they weren't over $3, but anyway, they're just so delicate and pretty. I love them. So I'm going to use these as embellishments on the pages of my paper journals. And this is one of my favorite colors of green. It's like that Craftsman kind of mossy green. I love that color. And again, these were from Temu. I'm sure you've all heard of Temu by now. I think I was one of the last ones to learn about it. But if you don't, it's spelled capital T-E-M-U. And it's like a orange, big orange logo. Okay, and then I purchased the Stamperia Rose Parfum collection, and I got the background papers. I've been looking at these online for a long time, and what happens is if it's a popular line, eventually the price starts going up because they get harder to find. So I went ahead and bought this one because I kept thinking I have some similar to this, but I went ahead and got it, and I'm really glad I did. This is the 12 by 12 paper pad, and the papers are just beautiful, and the parfum is, I guess, French for perfume. And you get a page with all the tiny little perfume bottles, atomizers, and the mirrors. And when you get the actual paper pad, you get cutouts and tags and things. This is the background paper. Excuse me, and it's double-sided. But I love when they do that little kind of splash or faded look to make it look old and vintage, like it's water stained maybe. But they're just gorgeous. So I've got one of them I used for the journal cover I want to decorate with you. So I'll show it to you. And again, they're so beautiful, but they did that where they're beautiful on both sides. So I'll have that dilemma of having to decide which side I want to use. And I actually got this from a website called the Office Supply. Excuse me. Yeah, Office Supply had Stamperia paper. Not a large selection, but it was a better deal than Amazon. Actually, Amazon didn't have this one anymore. So there's another pretty one. Script in that kind of water stained look. And then these are some labels. It's another pretty one. So these were just sold as a pack of background papers. And then these are those same images, just a little bit larger. So I guess you could fussy cut those and stack them on a tag or something. So that was the background paper. And then instead of getting the 12 by 12, I wanted to just get the smaller one. Actually, I don't think I saw the 12 by 12 for sale. This is the 8 by 8 one, Rose Parfum. And I never know if it's Stamperia or Stamperia, or if it matters. But here's some really pretty tags. And there's this one. I love that vase. These are all the colors I love too, so I just thought this was a gorgeous paper pad. And then there's the smaller version of the background paper one. There's a little strip that you could use for a border. And then there are some tags or cards, depending on how you want to use them. And they have the back and the front, but if you wanted, you could just put some tea-dyed paper on one side or the other for journaling and make them journaling cards. And look how gorgeous this one is. It's just so pretty. I don't know if those are peony roses, cabbage roses. All I know is they're really beautiful. This is so dreamy. Les Jardins des Parfums. I wish I knew how to really pronounce French well, but I don't. I try. There's a beautiful floral wreath. Yeah, so there are just some smaller versions of the ones that were in the background paper. Actually, I'm just now flipping through this for the first time. I look at them really hard online for whatever number of pages they show in the description, but they're always more gorgeous when you finally get them. Look at that. And there's this one. So pretty. They sell this one in a sheet of rice paper for collage and decoupage. And then there's a beautiful one. And then this is the tags that you would get in the 12 by 12. They'd be larger, of course. And this one cuts out into an envelope. So that's the 8 by 8. I cut this one out of one of the pages because I want to use it to decorate the cover of my journal. And then I found these. It's the cards collection. I don't know if I can get this open. Really tough. There we go. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Let's see. This is the Stamperia House of Roses card collection. So this isn't the Rose Parfum or Parfum. It's the House of Roses, which I do have that paper collection too, but you can interchange these easily because of the colors. Look at how small that is, but so pretty if you like small little tags and cards. That one's really pretty. Oh, there's several. I think these also came from the website Office Supply. Oh, and they're decorated front and back. These are probably like the ones in the book, the cardstock book, that you just don't have to cut them out yourself, which makes it nice. So pretty. And then there's this one, and again it's got a decoration on the back too, and that's enough space for journaling without having to put any more paper on it. There's that one. This is beautiful. This could be sent as a postcard. I'm sure you could just put a stamp on there and an address label. I love the ones that have the cracking cement or plaster wall. Very pretty. And then there's these. You could even, oh, this one does fold out. I was going to say you could kind of make them accordion style, but look at that. That is beautiful. Tiny little roses, and then the letter lined cards for journaling. There's one with the distressed wood. Here's a bookmark. So these are just the journaling cards and tags for the House of Roses line that Stamperia makes. Oh, there's one that's got journaling lines for journaling. And this one is a card. Okay, well, I'm really glad I ordered this because these are very nice. Look at that. How pretty. So those are the embellishments that I hope to use for that one. And then there's the bow. See, I just randomly order them as they show up over the weeks, and then I end up opening them and going, I didn't remember even ordering this. I better not total up how much $5 here and $6 there ends up costing, because I could probably feed my family for a month. But it's just how it goes. It will get used, I do know that much. So these are chipboard, and they seem to have some really pretty ones. What is this line? This is Stamperia Casa Grande. So that is definitely one of the paper lines as well. But this is what I think is so much fun. Look at these tiny little flowers. They're so cute. So these are thicker because these are chipboard. But I'm just partial to the tiny little pieces. Look at that. Can you tell what that is? It's pomegranate. Beauty is in the little things. Oh, I love that. So in here, I'm assuming you just get little sentiments and sayings. There's a pomegranate tag, and the difference with these is there's only an image on the front, which I actually think I like better. That's a grinder of some sort. There's another grinder, probably a coffee grinder. Oh, I don't know what that is, some kind of a tile. And then there's this one, A Good Life is a Collection of Happy Memories. I like that. There's a sweet one that just says thank you. And there's one. Love the life you live the life you love. Well, that one's nice. Simple little image of a basket with flowers and fruit. Look how pretty this is. An oval teapot. I could see framing that with one of these doily die cuts around it. That would be pretty. I'll probably end up doing that. This is like one of the copper bundt pans. Here's some more of the chipboard, tiny little roses. Those are fun. Oh, that must be a tea strainer. Oh, look, these are so cute. There's a wooden spoon. Oh, sweet. This one says, Home Sweet Home. Nice day. Maison or mansions. I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to say that French or English. This one says recipes. Some more roses. And what's this one? Whoever is happy will make others happy too. Oh, it makes me sing that song. Think of that song I used to sing to my boys. I want to be happy, but I can't be happy till I make you happy too. For you. And then there's this one. Oh, that one's really pretty. So I'll have to look up the paper line Casa Grande because by Stamperia, because it seems like it's maybe an inn or bed and breakfast or a hotel or something. Let's see why the pomegranate is featured as one of the fruits. There it is again. Oh, look, there's this pretty one with the bowls. Can you see that? The glare is on there a little bit. Okay, well, I'll put these back in a minute. I don't know, maybe I can slide. Oh, no, that's right, I ripped it. I'll have to get a new bag for these. So that was fun. And then a couple more. There's this one. This one definitely came from Temu as well. It's called Paper Die Cut Oh, garland. Okay. Like I said, I didn't remember some of the things I ordered. So these are like banners, and they seem to have a print on the back and maybe an image or a saying on the front. And I suppose you could string them. You could also use them as just individual tags. Ooh, I like the polka dots on the back of there. Enjoy life. That's pretty. There's the one with the vintage hand holding a quill pen. Oh, and those are pretty cherry blossoms or apple blossoms of some sort. You could put a little image or saying of your own in that space. These are so pretty. Look at this one. The clock. What does this say? Something your wings. Can anybody else understand what that first word is? Something your wings. I can't. There's a beautiful cello, probably, with flowers. This one says here and now. And what do you love? Oh, look at the vintage typewriter. That's pretty. Another vintage typewriter, typing out dear love. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a cello or a viola or something in a beautiful string instrument. And there's another one. Those are really pretty. So you can get all of this really, really inexpensive. So I warn you, if you don't want to go and, get yourself 50 things in your cart, you might not want to go to me. Look at these. These are laser cut little doilies that you can use to frame different things. I think you could probably even journal on them. I've been looking for a stamp that has just lines so I can stamp my journaling lines. I found one, but it's pretty small. And then I did have one that you could use like a stencil and stencil your lines on. And I told myself I'd never use it and I gave it away. But now I'm kind of thinking I should have kept it. That's okay. I'll find another one. Aren't these pretty? I just love how delicately they're cut. And they will make things kind of pop out. Like, for instance, I might use one of these on my journal cover. I'll keep these handy for an option when I start decorating. I better put them back in though. And they do come in really nice vellum envelopes too. They send them very well protected from getting wrinkled. And then there's this last one, which are ovals, and ovals are one of my favorite shapes for crafting. Even in pottery, I like to make oval dishes. But these are so pretty. And this is probably the one I'll use on my journal cover because the background paper has ovals. And I wish I could have ordered several of these, just because when you start using them you kind of want more. It's hard not to feel greedy like that. They had a ordering limit. Okay, so these are super pretty. Look at that one. Love that one. And I love these colors. The kind of off-white, beige, ecru colors for vintage crafting. Look at that. And then there's this one. So here's one where that didn't totally get punched out. And that's exactly why I don't like, I have one of those hand crank die cut machines, and it works fine. But maybe I'm just too impatient, because you have to, meticulously go back and punch out the little pieces that don't punch all the way, and you only get like one or two at a time, and it just seems tedious and time consuming. And you can order them for such an inexpensive amount of money, it makes it worth it to me. So the back shows you how many you get. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 already cut. They're packaged nicely, so you don't have to worry about them getting all wrinkled or ruined. And that's that. So now that I've been about 25 going on 30 minutes, instead of decorating the journal cover in this same video, I think I'll just call this my little Stamperia vintage roses, and what was this called? Rose Parfum haul. And I'll say thank you for visiting with me and seeing my little goodies, and then I'm going to stop this video, come back and decorate my journal cover with some of these yummy things I bought. So I'll see you again soon.